Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Jisoo from Iron Beauty, and I thought for my first video that it would be fun to talk about some of my holy grail products, and so that you guys can see some of the products that I really swear by, and then like see what products I'm working with day to day. And I don't have that many products to show you. I just have like a couple of products, and I purposely didn't pick anything that any like eyeshadow palettes or eyeshadows or lip products because I really cannot just like choose one. So maybe I'll film like something like my favorite like top 3 or top 5 or something like that. But yeah, but in this video there is nothing like that. And so let's get right into it. So the first thing that I want to talk about is my foundation. So this is the foundation like that I'm currently wearing right now. I'll try to leave all of my face makeup, like all of my makeup, on the description box down below, and I'll also link every like a product that I talk about in the description box down below, so you guys can go check it out to see what I'm talking about, as to see the products that I'm talking about if you're interested. So the foundation that I'm going to be talking about is this. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen this around. This is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation, and I have it in color Nude Ivory, and I clearly still do not know what color I am, because usually when I go to drugstore I just like kind of look at the shade name and then I just kind of like pick what I think will work for me. So that's how I usually pick it. And then like when the color doesn't really match or anything, usually I get like pretty close, a little dark or like a little white, a little like too light, so I can kind of try to make it work. I actually been using the foundation with this other foundation, and I've been like kind of using that as like the mixer. I think I've been actually using this foundation as the main one, and then that one to just lighten up this foundation a little because this is way too dark for me. The foundation that I'm talking about is this one from Kiko Milano. It's their Liquid Skin Second Skin Foundation. It just looks like this. I don't remember how much this was, but it wasn't, I don't believe it was like way too pricey. Kiko Milano, I remember they were getting a little bit of hype and they were getting a little bit of attention on YouTube like a couple of years ago, maybe like 3-4 years ago, but then like they just kind of like disappeared, I think. I don't know. They're apparently like Italy makeup cosmetic store that's like comparable to MAC, I believe. And this foundation, it just looks like this. The bottle just looks like this. The bottle is like it's not plastic, it's kind of like glass, I guess. It's actually like a dropper type of foundation. So like if you see, like you can see like that it's also kind of runny, and it's also a dropper, so I'm just like squeezing it to show you guys. Look at that bubble, it's kind of weird. Anyway, so if you see, you can see that the color is way too dark for me. So this is like one drop, and oh, by the way, this is in warm rose, so you can see like those stark contrasts. And what I like to do is just I like to mix these two, and I kind of like use this as my foundation, and that's what this is the combination that I have here. And I don't know if like when I picked this up in the store, because I actually have a Kiko store like at a mall that's like somewhat near me, next to me. So like when I went there, maybe it was because of the lighting or something, I asked the associate to help me pick out my shade, and when we tested out on our wrist, and it was perfect match in that lighting on my wrist. But when I like actually tried it at home, it was like way too dark, so I just ended up mixing it with this foundation, and it's actually perfect. It's on my face right now. And actually, I don't know if you guys can see, you guys can probably you guys can't like really see, but this just makes my my skin like look flawless. It lasts all day. Really like it stays on. I can see my bronzers and blush and highlighter like throughout all day, and I really love it. The only thing is I haven't tested like what is that, flashback like photos, so I'm not really sure if it will cast or not. um but you know, it has like this back, so maybe, and then it has a goodbye, like this one is supposed to be like flashback photo proof, and this one doesn't really claim to have any sunscreen or anything like that, so I don't think it will have any flashback, so but that I'm not sure. So that is my foundation favorite. And moving on, Coty Airspun Loose Face Powder. It looks like this. I think I got this at my local Dun Reed for maybe like $5 or $6, and you guys can see like this is huge. I had it for a couple of years now, which I don't know if that's like healthy or not, but you know, this is like one of those like cult favorite. It has a very distinct scent. Everyone from even back in the days, like this is from 1935, so that you know, like even before World War II, and people have been using it and they love it, and it's just a very loose powder. Kind of like scared to open it, so because I've been like using it, and it just looks like this inside. It has a sponge that they give you, like a little, not a sponge, they give you like a little puff, which I really don't use, and in the inside like they have like the shifter, and then like it's kind of like a ivory color tinted like powder thing. What I like to do is I just like tap a little bit on the cap, and I usually like to, I don't really like to like use a brush, like a powder brush, to like do anything with it. I just like to use my beauty blender or beauty sponge to actually go and pat that in. I have tried baking with this. I think it works fine, but I don't really like, I'm not really like a person who bakes like my concealer or like my face products, so I really haven't used it like that many times, so I can't really like talk about that. But I mean, this has like distinct scent. It's one of those cult favorite, and it is also my holy grail. And you know, this is the one, this is a translucent extra coverage, so it has no like different color. It won't mess with your foundation colors or anything like that. So moving on, the other product that I have to talk about is this one, and this is very dirty, and like actually I almost like used it up. This is not on my face today, and this is the brow mascara from the Sem. It's called Samuel Brow Cara, and this is in color number 2 red brown. And the Sem is like one of those like K-beauty makeup brand, and I actually have like a store like right next, almost like very like near my house, that it's very walkable distance. I love going to the Sem. I love the Sem products. I think it's one of my like favorite like K-beauty like rose shop stores. And I really like this brow mascara because if you see like this mascara, this like brow mascara has like a pretty big one, and it just looks like this. It just looks like a regular mascara, and it has a pretty big one for a brow mascara. It's not like one of those like tiny little thing that like I think like the Benefit brow, what are their thing called, like that have. And what I like is like, if you see, I didn't use this today, and then like I'm not really like a brow person. I haven't really messed up that much with, I haven't really like messed a lot with my brows. I don't really know how to do a lot of stuff to my brow, but my brow is like naturally really dark, and it usually naturally has like this kind of like shape already. It's just that it gets like, it tends to get very hairy, like there's like still some hairs around here. I kind of just like take like those what are those called, like knife, well, knife, but not like a huge knife. What word am I looking for? Cosmetic knife? I don't know, but anyway, I kind of like take that and then like try to like shave it a bit and then like clean up this kind of area a little bit. I kind of messed up doing that yesterday here, so I'm kind of like missing a little bit here, but whatever. So what I usually like to do is I like to just go over with this. And the reason why I like using red brown is that like you can see like my brows, like today I have put like some like a NYX brow gel, I think in like dark brown or something, but my brows are naturally like really black and really dark, so if I don't kind of like try to sheer it out or like try to like fade the color a bit, it looks way too harsh in my opinion. So I like to kind of like tame the brow or like fade it a little bit to make it a bit more natural, a bit more softened look. So this is like one of my favorite product. I usually just like swipe this on and then like don't even like think about it, and then like I think especially like this one has like worked for me because I like having like I dyed my hair like a reddish brown a lot, so I think it has like worked really well for me. So moving on to the next product is this contour palette from e.l.f. and it looks like this. This is actually my second palette. I believe they have other color or none or something. This is yeah, but anyway, this is my second palette, and then like the reason why I got a second one of this is one of their like $6 palette that has like 4 shades, and you can see this is like the contour shade, this is the contour shade, and this is the bronzer shade, and this is supposed to be like a setting powder, kind of like a vanilla shade, and this is like the highlight. And I don't really use these two shades like this. I sometimes would use this to kind of like set under my eye or something like that, but not really. Like you can see I still have a lot here and I barely touch this. This is the second pan. The first pan I have, like I used this part a little bit more than like currently like on this part, this set that I have, on this palette that I have, but I barely touched this one too. The reason I picked up the second one was because I hit pan on like both of these colors, like the bronzer and then the contour color, and I almost like used up all of it. Like this one was like almost like a third, like a 2/3 used up, and this one was like they were all gone. Like basically like I dropped the pen and then like it kind of broke, and this one like you can kind of like pop it out, I think. And then like I'm kind of like scared to like touch it, but I think they're supposed to be poppable. I dropped it in the morning today, so like this one popped a little bit, so I think it's supposed to be poppable and like switchable. So anyway, I really love like contouring with this shade. That's what I have to use, that's what I use to contour today. And I contour a bit like here. I take a little bit, I just take a very little bit and then like kind of like contour it around like my face, just to put some little color, and then I go over with the bronzer shade, and then I bronze like a little bit like higher than my like cheek like contour, and then I would go and then bronze up like my other like part of my face, especially for my jawline here. That's how I like to use this product. But really, I really love it. And then like this is only $6, and the only complaint is that I don't really use these two. But you know, for $6 for me to like get these two like shades that I really love, they're like basically like $3. So I really love it, and this is like one of my favorite things. So you know, like for $6, I think this is really worth it. So I really recommend that you guys try this out. I think that like this is a very easy product to contour with, or like to even like get like, you know, like if you're a beginner at makeup, to get the contour and the bronzer thing like kind of like going and then like try it. So I think that's really a good product, and then e.l.f. is like, you know, like it's very affordable. It's not like you're spending like $40 on just like one shade or something like that. It just, So I think like they're very like worth looking into. And plus you get a really, it's really dirty, but you get a really good this decent sized mirror, so that like you can so this is like a very good like a compact thing for you to like have like in your makeup bag. So the next product that I'm going to be talking about is this spray, and this is the MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus spray, and this is just the original version. I really like this. It's very refreshing. It's just a mist that you can spray, and you know, I first tried this because of Tati's recommendation. I'll also leave her channel down below. I'm pretty sure every one of you knows, and I'm pretty sure like every one of you, like if you guys like watch her or follow her, then knows of her channel and how much she loves this, because like she thinks that it has the ability to bring all the like the powderiness all together, and then kind of like make them all work together. And honestly, that is why I like to use it, and it's very refreshing. It's not really for staying power, so I don't really use it for staying power. I don't really believe in like a what is that, finishing sprays so much. So like I don't really think like this has anything to do with making my foundation lasting longer or anything like that. Or like I don't really think like any other ones that I have tried so far like has like done that for me. I even tried like the Urban Decay one that everybody loves so much. Like I never really like got into the hype of it. I tried the Urban Decay one, I tried the Elf one, I tried like some other things that were, you know, like that came from like some sort of like subscription boxes or something like that. So I never just really got into like the whole setting spray like hype. So there's that. And the last product that I have that I'm going to talk about is this one. This is the L'Oreal Paris Blend Artist Infallible Foundation Blender. And this is basically their version of Beauty Blender, and it looks like this. You know, so I really love my Beauty Blender. I especially like the black one just because I like the color black, and I think it looks cleaner for some reason. And I have never really tried other beauty sponges outside of Beauty Blender, and I'm a really big fan of like beauty blenders. Really big fan of like beauty sponge in general. Like I'm not really like a brush person when it comes to foundation. I would rather do it. I've been trying this like e.l.f. foundation brush, but I'm not typically like a really like a brush person when it comes to like foundation. But so like Beauty Blender was like really a game changer for me, because I would rather like just kind of like use my finger or something. But and then like I was kind of like out of like Beauty Blender for a while because it got really dirty, and then I didn't want to like it got really dirty and it kind of like got torn up a little, and then I didn't want to like shell out like a $20 for it. And then I think I heard Casey Holmes talking about this product, but I can't really like go back and then like verify it or something. So I don't know, maybe it was like a godsend message or something for me to try this, because I have never tried a Beauty Blender. Well, actually that's a lie. I tried the Beauty Blender like copy thing from Pure Cosmetics that was like, you know, like that came from a BoxyCharm. Was like fine, but it didn't really replace my Beauty Blender. But this one I think can replace my Beauty Blender. So it's half the price of the Beauty Blender, so it's $10. And I found this at my Target, so you guys can probably find it at any other like drugstore. It just looks like this. It's a little bit different from Beauty Blender. It still has like kind of like 2 crevices, and this is still sort of wet from like when I used it. So it's still kind of like wet, and then I just like to clean this after each use with my like hand soap. So I really like this. Like I never really thought that I would really love like this kind of like knockoff for Beauty Blend. for a beauty blender, like where the shape is different, but this one really works. It's really firm, and you know, like it really works. I really love it. And then like I feel like I can't really like get it, and then like this kind of like enables me. I know that like you can use like this top for like concealer, or like for like your like a nose, like right next to your nose or something like that, but I think like this part also kind of like helps when you're like doing that or something. So I don't know, I just really love this. And hey, it's half the price of the original beauty blender, and if it works, then for a cheaper price, then why not? And then the last product that I have is, I actually don't have it with me. I don't know where it went. I'm just like really annoyed that I can't find it, but it's actually a liquid eyeliner, and I'm really annoyed that I can't find it. Uh, I'll try to like insert a picture of it somewhere or something like that. But it's a eyeliner it's a liquid eyeliner from NYC. So from the brand NYC. So it's a really cheap brand. It's I think I got it from my Gen Re for like $3. So it's a really cheap eyeliner too, and it's, you know, like it's really matte black. It's really opaque, and it actually stays on really long time. That's not the eyeliner that I use today because I can't find it, and it's in one of those like liquid like thing, and it's actually like a brush pen. It's not a filter. Today I used this Milani black matte like a liquid liner. This is brush this is in a brush thing. It's like in a little brush form, but this is like a calligraphy like felt tip kind of thing. So it's a little bit different from the NYC like thing, but this gets the job done. So I just used this today, but the NYC liquid liquid eyeliner is my favorite. I'll try to insert a picture or something like somewhere here. I don't know. Yeah, so those are all my Holy Grail products. This video I think turned out a bit longer than I thought it was going to be, which is interesting. I guess I talk a lot, but I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, then please give this video a thumbs up, and please subscribe down below for more content like this, and please leave me a comment with like what your Holy Grail product is. I really like to learn and see like what other people are enjoying, and if you have tried, or if you like, or if you dislike any of the products that I mentioned, then please leave me a comment as well, because I like to hear what other people think of the different products, and or like what are like new other people's like favorite products, or like what worked for them, what didn't work for them, or something like that. So if you guys can share that in the comment, that would be great. So yeah, thank you guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.